What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Getting the Game. Welcome to another video of Police Simulator Patrol Officers. In this video, I'm going to be reviewing and rating all the vehicles in the game and letting you guys know, in my opinion, what is the top three best vehicles in this game. Before I start, just want to point out something here. When you access to your garage, very important, using R1 on PS5 or using RT on the Xbox. If you tab over, this gives you access to your trunk. Make sure that your vehicle is equipped with tools um, by accessing your trunk. I know there has been players, a few players asking me or letting me know that they're finding that there's no tools in their vehicle, and this is how you equip your tools um, for those purposes. So make sure that you equip your tools, have the proper tools you need for traffic. So let's jump right into it. Let's start off with this vehicle here and my review and rating of these vehicles. So let's start with the IPV. As you may know, it was one of the vehicles added um, in regards to the Highway Patrol expansion. So it's one of the newer cars. It just has a classic look. I love the classic look to this vehicle. The only vehicle with the black and white livery here. It has a trunk capacity of five slots, which most vehicles have. Now let's talk about its speed and steering and handling. It has pretty good steering and handling. It's not m- not one of the fastest cars in the game, but it can accelerate pretty fast, and it has a nice speed to it. So again, if you're looking for that classic look, this is definitely the vehicle. It sits only to arrestees. Let's talk about this vehicle right here, the MPV, one of my favorite vehicles in the game. What separates the MPV from all the other vehicles, it has a trunk capacity of 8 slots, which means that um, it can equip all the tools necessary, all the tools you need um, for your traffic control and other callouts. Now, another thing that makes the MPV unique, in the front of it, it has a hook, and it gives you the ability not to tow vehicles necessarily, but to drag them. So, say you're responding to a call of an accident, and it's just a total pile up where tow trucks don't have access. You can actually move those cars around and clear out that traffic, and eventually allow the tow trucks to have access to get those cars out of the way. So that makes this car very unique. In addition, if you don't know, this car can also has the ability to move the trucks. As some of you may know, the trucks cannot be towed away. I'm sure the developers are going to work um, on that at some point, but again, you can use this vehicle, the MPV, to move those trucks out the way, off the side to the road, and if you're like in some type of traffic jam up or accident. Now, in regards to the speed, it's not the fastest, uh, and it accelerates pretty slow. Not the Probably not the best car when you're in a chase, but it does have good steering and handling. In my opinion, the best car for traffic enforcement. It's a solid car though, all around, could take a lot of damage. Let's talk about this vehicle here, the WPV. It is one of the newer vehicles added to the game. I do believe this is a good vehicle to use in traffic control. And let me explain to you why. It has a light, is equipped with a light bar at the top. It's the only vehicle that has that light bar, and it has preset commands that you can display on that light bar when you're in traffic. It has a command to tell vehicles to stop and pull over or slow down, which is very unique. So let's say you're dealing with a situation with an accident and you need cars to stop, you could use that command to have cars stop and slow down. It has a trunk slot capacity of 5 slots only, like most of your cars, and it only sits two people in the back seat. regarding your prisoners and arrestees. Now, in regards to its performance, it is actually, believe it or not, has a nice acceleration to it, and a nice top speed. However, um, it also has a not probably not the best steering and handling, but it overall it does well. A well balanced vehicle in regards to its performance. And it's also good for traffic control. Now, this is one of the favorite vehicles in the game. The SPV has a trunk size capacity of 5 slots. It sits two arrestees in the back. Um, Now, it is a very fast car. Probably arguably one of the fastest car in the game. Um, it has its top speed is really high. It accelerates really, really fast, and that's its downfall to this vehicle. When you reach those top speeds with this vehicle and you accelerate in very fast with this vehicle, it has a tendency of shifting and gliding, so you have to be careful. But what separates this car from the other vehicles, it has a scanner on top of the vehicle that allows you to scan violations. Um, of vehicles when in traffic. So you no longer have to use your intuition button. It will let you know right away. As long as you're pacing a vehicle or behind a vehicle, in a matter of distance, it will let you know if there's a violation on that vehicle. Again, when we're in traffic, it can be irritating to try to use your intuition belt and drive at the same time. And this vehicle just handles all that for you. A really good car for traffic enforcement, especially when you're looking to do motor vehicle stops. Now let's talk about the Guardian here, the GPV. It's not your fastest car. Um, it, it does accelerate fairly slowly. It picks up a little bit after a while, though. Surprisingly, it only has a trunk capacity of five slots. Um, you would think it would be much bigger, being that it's a van. However, what makes this vehicle unique is that it can sit 6 people in the back, six arrestees or prisoners, whatever you want to say, and this is one of the most ideal vehicles, in my opinion, for co-op, especially if you're someone who like to get a lot of rest and transport and get extra points for transporting your arrestees. So very ideal for co-op and getting those arrests. Um, it has good handling and steering. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend this car in a chase, but again, what makes it stand out is the seat capacity. Now let's look at the EPV. This is one of the newer cars that were added along with the Highway Patrol expansion. Now it has a trunk capacity of 5 slots there, because I believe it sits 2 people. Now it is equipped with a special mechanism in the front of it, and it's like a net, and that's used to disable vehicles when you're chasing them, and it pretty much disable the tires and stop the movement of that vehicle. It's an oldie vehicle in the game equipped with that, so that makes the APV stands out a little bit from all the other vehicles. I would say that this vehicle has a nice top speed and acceleration, as well as steering and handling. It has a nice balance to it as well. So I would say this is a ideal car to take out on the highway, and if you want to do a lot of chases. Let's talk about the Cruiser, aka our Crown Vic. Again, it can sit two people in the back. It has 5 trunk slots, and oh man, I just love the all-around look uh, to this car. Classic look. It is a well-balanced car, believe it or not. It has a nice top speed and acceleration. Um, and it also could take damage as well. But it also has pretty good steering and handling. And I believe it's not called a cruise. The name suits itself. It's a definitely a good car for cruising on a highway or whether you're in the city. But again, it's not. It'd be a really good car to do chases with as well. A very well balanced vehicle, and again, it just had that classic look. I can't wait till we have the ability to change the liveries of our vehicles or the skins, so we can have this car displayed in maybe an all black or black and white look, similar to the IPV. Now, the Gladiator 6, this is a vehicle I rarely use. As you can see, I have no tools equipped in this vehicle. It does have a trunk capacity of 5 slots. It sits 2 people in the back. Now this vehicle accelerates pretty good and it's pretty fast. The downfall to that, this vehicle flips over a lot. As a matter of fact, this vehicle is very uh, like accident prone because if you go too fast, most of the time you will flip over, especially when trying to take a on a sharp turn pretty fast. I don't know. I rarely use this vehicle. I probably just use it for racing or something. I would say this is my least favorite vehicle in the game, and it's okay if you feel otherwise. But the downfall to this vehicle is just it just tips over too much for me. And so for that reason, I had to rate this as my least favorite vehicle, but it is a fast vehicle. Now, let's talk about the Pianta Z here. Another one of my favorite vehicles in the game. Again, it has a trunk size of 5. Can sit 2 people in the back. The overall look is just wonderful. This is your this is pretty much a Charger right here. Everyone loves this car. It's probably the most commonly used car in the game right now. Um, it doesn't have any. It's not equipped with any unique equipment, but I would say this vehicle can move. It's pretty fast. Um, the engineering regarding this vehicle is just wonderful. Good steering and handling. It's fast. You can get in and out of traffic really well. That's a really well balanced vehicle. It accelerates really good. Nice sound to the engine. And for those reasons, this is why it's one of my favorite vehicles. Just the overall look helps a lot. Would help if it had a unique feature to it, but that's okay. I think overall the performance and look in itself just makes it a much favorable vehicle. Now let's talk about the CPV. I will have to rate this as one of my least favorites, but it is unique in one way. So this is the only vehicle you could use when assigned to foot patrol. Typically, if you're assigned to a foot patrol, uh, you do not have access to any cars. However, at one point the developer said, give them at least one car to use, and that's a CPV. Now, again, another thing that makes this vehicle unique is that it can get through traffic. Of course, considering its size, and it could cut down those parks fairly easy, cut down alleyways fairly easy. It get to a lot of places that the cars can't get to because of its size, and it does move pretty fast. The only thing is when you start reaching those top speeds and acceleration, it becomes shifty, begins to glide, and you can get into an accident. Um, in my experience, I haven't tipped over one time going top speed and making sharp turns. It's just very shifty for me. It's one of the downfalls, and it has the least trunk capacity you with only 4 slots. And in addition uh, to that, this vehicle does not have any seat capacity in the back. So if you're using this vehicle on patrol, you're gonna always have to call for transport. It has no seats in the back whatsoever. Now let's get to this vehicle here, the last vehicle we're going to discuss, the UTV. I like this vehicle a lot. I like it very much. Again, trunk size capacity of 5. Now, this is the only vehicle that sits 4. Even though the van, the GPV, uh, sits 6 people in the back. This vehicle is second when it comes to seat capacity as it sits 4, which is very convenient. Now, surprisingly, this vehicle, for its size, has a nice acceleration and um, top speed. It's top heavy, but it has great steering and handling. Unlike the Gladiator, at your top speed and acceleration, it is not going to tip over. It's a well balanced performance vehicle, and on top of that, having that seat capacity of four is just a plus, especially when you're in traffic. This vehicle is ideal for chases as well, and it's a solid vehicle, so it can take a lot of damage. So I really give this vehicle a thumbs up. Well, I can't wait to see again a new outfit and skin on this vehicle as well. Just a such uh, well dressed vehicle, and it has great performance. All right, so let's exit the garage, and as I conclude the video, I'm sorry, I'm gonna let you guys know my top three. You guys could already probably guess already because look at my fleet. Uh, so I'm gonna just start from number one. My favorite vehicle in the game. It's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go with the SPV. It's fast, but I think, and I love the look of the SPV as well, especially those rims right there. But for me, what separates it from all the other vehicles is that scanner at the top of the
Driver
vehicle
is exhibiting
that
suspicious
gives you
driving behavior.
that
Possibly
gives you the
dangerous driving.
ability
We have transmitted the location.
to pick up violations as you drive. You no longer have to use the intuition button and multitask. Now you just can pace behind a vehicle. So that helps a lot in traffic, and just the overall speed is good. I wish this vehicle had better steering and handling. Um, but still, even with that being its downfall, uh, it's still having that feature, that scanner, that's really separates this vehicle. This vehicle can do well in traffic as long as you drive at like a moderate pace of speed. If you drive too fast, you're not going to flip over, but you're going to start gliding and shifting. Um, let's go with the second vehicle. My second favorite vehicle in the game, I'm going to have to go with the UTV. It just the performance for me overall is really good, being that it's a SUV. And the fact that it can sit four arrestees in the back helps a lot. I like to get a lot of arrests, and sometimes, waiting for transport can be a headache. Then you just throw people in the back, and yeah, the steering and handling is another thing. I like using this vehicle in traffic. I feel very comfortable getting through traffic with this car, even at top speed, because the steering and handling is just really good. My third favorite vehicle, I'm torn between the MPV and the Charger, but I am going to have to go with the Charger. Even though the Charger is not um, equipped with any special tools or any features, it's just the overall look. I believe this is the most commonly used car in the game. The overall look, the Panzer Z, I'm sorry, Panzer Z, aka our modern day Charger. It's just the overall look and just the performance of this vehicle is just so good. The fact that you can get in and out of traffic at top speeds and accelerate fast enough and to slow down in due time, considering its balance in regards to the steering and handling. Really good car. I cannot wait to have the ability to change the s- the the skin of this car to all black. I can't wait. Um, this is yes, really good car. Um, if it had maybe an additional feature to it, I would put it at number two. That's how much I like this car. But overall, this car is a really good car. Now, even though um, the MPV is not in my top three, I have to give it honorable mention, and I'm gonna explain why. Because in my opinion, this car is the best car to use um, with the highway patrol expansion. Considering two things, that it has that um, this tool in the front, the hook, where you can drag vehicles that are stuck, drag vehicles at an accident, and you have the ability to drag trucks. So this is ideal for accidents. Disabled vehicles, and not only that, the second thing, you guys already know what I'm going to say here, is the trunk capacity has 8 slots. That means you have access to all your tools that you need for your callouts and accidents. Unlike all the other cars that has a trunk size capacity of 5, which is an inconvenience because now you're going to be short-handed on some tools. With this vehicle, you're not. And at the same time, you can have at least 2 people in the back, 2 arrestees here. So, in my opinion, um, the best vehicle for traffic enforcement or services, I believe as of now the MPV is probably the best. Is no, I believe it is the best vehicle to use because it can it can help you in. This is like the most helpful vehicle in every situation um at this point in the game, considering the highway patrol expansion. So I will have to give a big shout out to the MPV because it's just equipped so well for the highway patrol expansion. But that concludes my review and rating of the vehicles, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments your favorite vehicles, your top 3, your top 5, what you like, what you don't like, and if you disagree, that's fine. I would love to hear you guys your opinions. Please feel free to share your opinions in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate that. And a big shout out to my subscribers and supporters. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate you all. And I will catch you guys on the next live stream and video. Until then, guys, enjoy the rest of your day.